Let's take a minute to look at some of the many meanings while can have. As a conjunction, while can mean at the same time as. While we were sleeping, it snowed. We can swap the two clauses around, but notice the comma goes away. It snowed while we were sleeping. While can have the same meaning as but. One of the twins is shy while the other is outgoing. And while or whilst in more formal contexts can also be used in the same way as although. While I know that sugar is bad for me, I can never say no to dessert. As a noun, while can mean a length of time, and in the expression worth your while, it can mean worth the time and effort used. So finally, even though we only had a short while together, we hope this lesson was worth your while.
Hi, I'm Phil, and I'm going to tell you a little secret about British people, and it's that we're not great at saying no. So if you want to say no like a Brit, remember not to be too direct. We don't actually like saying no, so start by saying how bad it is, or apologise. Unfortunately, I'm afraid, sorry, but... Okay, so now they know you don't want to do it. Tell them why you have to do this terrible thing. Unfortunately, I'm not able to come tonight. I'm afraid that's not possible. Sorry, but I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, now the bad stuff's out of the way, suggest an alternative. Unfortunately, I'm not able to come tonight. Let's try next week. I'm afraid that's not possible, but I've got another idea. So just remember, not too direct, apologise, say why, and suggest an alternative.
Hi, it's Georgina from BBC Learning English. Today we look at 5 ways of using run. The most common way of using run is to move your legs faster than a walk. Run can be used when we need to go somewhere unexpectedly for a short time. Oh no, there's no milk. I have to run to the shop later. Another way to use run is to talk about a regular transport service. The trains normally run every hour until quite late. You can use run to show that someone is the boss of a project. My cousin runs a clothes shop. Lastly, we use run when we have to leave in a hurry.
Hurry up, you're late for the meeting.
Oh no, I've got to run. Bye for now.
Never before, probably, has inversion been explained so quickly or so simply. So pay attention, because that's what we're doing. Inversion is something we do in English for emphasis, formality, or style. I will never dance. This sentence follows normal word order. Subject, auxiliary verb, adverb, verb. Never is a negative or limiting adverb. Other examples are rarely, hardly, and not often. First, move the negative adverb to the beginning of the sentence. Then, invert or swap the order of the subject and auxiliary verb. Never will I dance. If your sentence is affirmative and doesn't have an auxiliary verb, for example, the present or past simple, then add one. Rarely do I wake up on time. Remember, it's for emphasis, so only do it for a good reason.
Hi guys, this is Keith from BBC Learning English. Today I'm going to tell you the differences between mustn't and don't have to. Now, must and have to are similar in meaning. They are both used to describe obligations. However, their negative forms are completely different in meaning. We still use mustn't to talk about obligations. For example, in the house, I mustn't wear shoes, to keep the house clean. But don't have to does not describe obligations, so the choice is yours. For example, if your teacher said you don't have to do your homework, well, then choice is yours. You can say, all right, I won't.
Welcome to BBC Learning English. I'm Sam, and today I'm happy. In fact, I'm very happy. I'm really happy. Thrilled. I'm really thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. My happiness keeps getting bigger and bigger. I started with the word happy. Happy is a gradable adjective, so I can be happy here, quite happy here, very or really happy here. What's another way to say very or really happy? Thrilled. Thrilled is not a gradable adjective. It's an extreme adjective. It's already up here. So can we make it stronger? Yes, you can use really, I'm really thrilled, or absolutely, I'm absolutely thrilled. But you can't use very.
Welcome back to English in a Minute from BBC Learning English. I'm James, and today we're going to talk about the difference between in the end and at the end. We're going to go to the beach at the end of the month. In this example, we're talking about a specific moment in time, the final moment of the month. In the end, we decided not to go to the beach. Whereas at the end is about the final moments, in the end is about the time leading up to the final moments. Let me explain the example in more detail. Hey there, shall we go to the beach?
I'm not sure. I might be busy.
Did you two go to the beach?
No, in the end we couldn't go. Sam and I considered going to the beach, but eventually we decided not to go. If at the end of the video you don't quite understand, watch it again. In the end, you might just find it useful. Bye everyone.
Hi guys, Dan for BBC Learning English here. This time we're looking at the difference between prevent and avoid. Prevent basically means stop. If you prevent something, you stop it from happening, often before it starts. You can prevent something from happening, or prevent someone from doing something. For example, the arrival of the police prevented crime. Or, losing my passport prevented me from flying. Or, I prevented her from slapping me. Wow! Now, avoid basically means miss. If you avoid something, you try to make it miss you. For example, I avoided meeting my ex. Or, I avoided the slap easily.
Hi, I'm Phil from BBC Learning English. Today I'm going to tell you how to use the words fun and funny. They're both words we use to talk about happy things, but they don't mean the same thing. So we use fun to talk about things we enjoy. So I think going out with friends is fun, watching football is fun, practicing English is fun. It is, isn't it? Now the main use of funny is something that makes you laugh. Jokes make you laugh, comedy films make you laugh, people make you laugh. So if it makes you happy, it's fun, and if it makes you laugh, it's funny. Now add a comment, tell us what you think is fun and what you think is funny.
Welcome to BBC Learning English. I'm Sam, and today we are going to look at both, either and neither together. In all three cases, we are talking about two things. In this case, let's talk about tea and coffee. We use both to talk about two out of two things. For example, both tea and coffee contain caffeine. We use neither to talk about 0 out of 2 things. Neither tea nor coffee contains alcohol. And we use either to talk about 1 out of 2 things. For example, in the morning I drink either tea or coffee. Not both, just one. Which do you drink in the morning? Either coffee or tea, or both, or neither?